Hello and welcome back to Georgesgamingguide. Today I'm going to be doing the build and review of the LEGO Ideas Jazz Quartet set. The set number for this set is 21334 and this is made out of 1,606 pieces. So this is quite a large model. Now this is the 42nd LEGO Ideas set, as you can see right with the name on the box. Now the four buildable characters in this set are a buildable pianist, bassist, trumpeter and a drummer. And this set measures over 7.5 inches or 20 centimeters high, 17 inches or 43 centimeters wide, and 6 inches or 16 centimeters deep. So this is a reasonably large model, and to be honest, I think that it looks really, really nice. I think LEGO's designed it really well. So if we have a look at it on the back, it shows all of the different characters in the set. Obviously, like separated, where on the front picture they're all on like the base together, and I think that this is a really, really nice set. I think LEGO's done a great job on it, and I think that the buildable characters just look really nice, and I cannot wait to see how this looks. But before that, let's start the build. So this is the finished model, and overall I do think that it looks really, really nice. The design of the characters is absolutely amazing, and I think that the instruments are spot on. So obviously we have a drummer, a bassist, a trumpet player and a pianist. And what I do really like about this model is that these sections do actually come apart, which is quite nice. So this front bit, I believe, comes off. It's a little bit stiff there. There we go. Because it's actually got pins in it, so that doesn't make it the easiest to move. And then this bit comes out as well. But the pins do make it obviously a little bit stiff because it's got to keep it in place. But yeah, so these are the... So I'm just going to turn the trumpet player so you can see them from the front. So these are all of the parts. So I think that all of these look really, really nice, and I just think that they work really well. LEGO's done a really nice job on them. But first, let's have a look at the drum set and the drummer. So as you can see, LEGO's used this really nice colour for the gold. It's I don't actually think I've seen this before, but it's really nice. It's not shiny, but it's not dull, and it works really well, and just makes the overall look of it very nice. He's obviously got the main drums. He's got the drum pedal at the bottom as well. I'm trying to see where you can see that. There we go, it's just right there. He's got the drum pedal, and then obviously he's got the two sticks in his hands. And then the guy himself is really nice, actually. The way that even they've made him look a little bit fat, I think that that works quite well, and I think that it does look really nice. And the details on the shoes, where they've got the old-fashioned black and white shoes. Obviously, I'm not saying all shoes are black and white, but it was the classic like jazz band look. And then obviously the head looks really nice with the hat, and I think that overall this is a really, really nice part of the model. So now let's have a look at the bassist. So as you can see, he has a very, very large instrument with a couple of strings actually on it, which is quite nice. And as you can see, he has the smallest bass, which has connections on both sides to connect to the drummer and the trumpet player. And I think that this is a really, really nice model. I think that the bass looks really nice, and I just think that the shape of it is absolutely perfect. It really does look like a miniature version, where, like for the trumpet, obviously, I know it's very hard to do, but there's no valves at all, and that would have been quite nice to at least see something there. But I think that for like shape of a instrument that's not like sat down, because I think that the pianist is the best model. I think this is probably second, and it's just because of how realistic it looks. It looks really, really nice. The character's built really well to stand up with it as well. Obviously, he's a little bit slanted, as he would be, but it does look really nice. Obviously, he's got his bow tie, and what they've used for it is like a games controller piece, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so overall, this is a really nice part of the model, and it looks really, really good. Then we have the trumpet player, who obviously has his tie and his braces. He's got the little bit with the front of the stage on his part as well. He's got his grey trousers, his black hair, and then obviously he's got his trumpet, which is obviously very small. Now I can move him slightly, sorry about that, because this isn't the only bit of his foot that's in the ground. There's a little bit extra, but obviously the plating is on top of it to try to stabilise it, so I move him a little bit so you can just see as much of him as you can without obviously him breaking. But yeah, so overall I think that this is a really nice character. I'm not 100% on how the trumpet looks. I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but I do think that the character himself looks really nice, and he is definitely, I'd say the instrument is my least favourite out of these, but I think it's probably one of my favourite characters that's in this set. And then we have the biggest section, which is the piano. So obviously we have the lovely grand piano with the seat, the woman, and then the pedals on the bottom as well. I think that's really nice, so I did that detail as well. And then you can actually see into the inside as well. I'm not going to tip it over too much, or else she probably will fall off her chair. And then obviously there's the keys of the piano as well, and there's a proper piece for the keys as well, and I think that's really nice. This was really nice. Make it look even more realistic. This is a little bit where you can see where the strings would be. So I'd use like 32 of those spoon pieces, and that's something I really like about LEGO, and they're getting better and better at, is those minute little details. But they didn't have to do that. They could have just covered that up and left it, and most people wouldn't really notice, because a lot of people won't look fully inside the piano. They'll look at this bit, the main bit, they'll just leave that bit on the side. But I think that it's really good that LEGO has included that, because then it means obviously people like me and you who may look into it a little bit more, get a little bit more depth in the model, will actually have that minute detail which really brings it all together, which I do really like. And then the character is probably my favourite one, actually, because I just think that it's really well done with the pieces that have been used, because they have like those rounded 1x2s with the like hinged 1x2s, and then some of the like semicircle tiles, and I think that it all added, and that's just her arms, and I think that with everything else it just really brings the character together, to be honest with you. The hair is really nice as well, and the earrings, they've got like the Lord of the Rings ring pieces that they used on that as well. I believe they used that in the Rivendell set, and I just think that it really works, and that LEGO has done a really, really good job with this model in general, and I really, really like it, to be honest with you. And I think that this is probably one of the best models so far that we have had in 2024, and I cannot wait to see what comes next. And yeah, so thanks again. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave comments your thoughts about it. And also make sure you watch out for the Sunday's video, which is going to be Dad's build and review of the Mercedes AMG F1 W14E performance car.